President Trump called Rabbi Yisrael Goldstein to offer his condolences. At a vigil Sunday night, the rabbi said he was touched by the president's words. He then went on to describe the attack and the heroism of some of his congregants.
Unfathomable, where I faced death face to face.
The rabbi, who was injured himself, describes the moment the accused shooter opened fire.
I see the shooter standing there in position with the rifle, moving it towards me.
He says it was a miracle the shooter's gun jammed and credits members of the congregation for risking their lives to stop the attack.
Gushing blood and stuff. And he was like screaming my dad's name.
The youngest victim, 8-year-old Noya Duhan. 60-year-old Lori Kay died. Friends say she stepped in front of the rabbi to stop the gunman.
He dropped his weapon and he ran out, and I chased him out of the sanctuary.
Witnesses say 19-year-old John T. Ernest was chased out of the synagogue by 2 worshipers, including an off-duty Border Patrol agent who opened fire as he drove away, police arresting him about a mile away. Earlier, in a letter posted online under his name, he says he wanted to kill Jews and praised the gunman accused in both the Pittsburgh synagogue shooting and recent mosque attacks in New Zealand. Police say Ernest is also being investigated in connection to an arson attack at a California mosque.
We forcefully condemn the evil of anti-Semitism and hate, which must be defeated.
I think there's something particularly onerous about being gunned down in your place of worship.
This says anti-Semitism is on the rise in America and worldwide. Just this weekend, the World Jewish Congress calling out the New York Times for publishing a cartoon in its international edition showing Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu leading a blind President Trump. Tweeting, the New York Times has crossed a red line today by publishing a cartoon infused with anti-Semitic tropes. The New York Times issued an apology. Michael Rydelnik, whose parents survived the Holocaust, is an expert on anti-Semitism at the Moody Bible Institute.
It's like a contagious disease that's always under the surface, and sometimes it spurs up into epidemic proportions, and then sometimes it recedes.
For young Noya, whose family recently moved from southern Israel, where her village was subject to rocket attacks from Gaza, and saw her home in California vandalized with anti-Semitic graffiti.
I don't really feel safe.
And the rabbi with this message.
Terrorism will not win, but peace and love will.
Ernest has been charged with murder and will likely face federal hate crime charges as well. In Washington, Jenna Browder, CBN News.